chrome elevator doors held the city like a bruise of light. A young man leaned in, breath fogging steel. His reflection stayed still. Then the reflection smiled, wider, wider, until the cheeks didn't know where to stop. He whispered, "That's not me," and the lights flickered like a dying heartbeat. The mirror rippled, and the elevator remembered how to swallow. They say, if you spend enough time under the WysprTree, it starts to whisper to you. The clearing was already lit when they arrived, fire hunched in its ring of stones, throwing tall, bending shadows. The WysprTree loomed like an old cathedral, branches stitched tight as ribs. She was there before them, back straight, lantern breathing a steady gold.
Okay, that's not creepy at all. Did we miss sound check, or is she early?
She beat us here.
Or she never left.
You said last time you'd tell a story.
The old woman turned, ash-gray hair parted neatly. White shawl threaded with silver rested on her shoulders like winter. Her eyes were soft and too deep.
Ah, I did say that, didn't I? And I always keep my word. Unless the tree decides otherwise.
Sure. Blame it on the shrub.
Sit. Let the night take the edges off your thoughts. Tonight, we'll speak of glass, of the faces it feeds, of a boy who fell in love with the only person he thought worthy, himself.
The flames leaned forward, reflections skittering across their eyes like silver insects.
In a city of mirrors and filtered lives, the brightest lights grow thirsty. They drink and drink until they shine through you and leave you hollow. That is where he lived. A boy named Justin, handsome as a promise, empty as an echo.
The lantern hissed once, then steadied. Firelight thinned to a sheet of polished black. Their faces were there in it, smaller than they remembered. And the story opened. The skyline glittered like broken teeth. A luxury hotel kept the night in chrome and glass. Inside room 4302, a ring light hummed a halo around a boy who named himself Justin, but perfect. He spent hours arranging the world to flatter him. The right side was his good side. The soft box needed to be a hair higher. The jawline catches better when he tilted just so. He spoke to a lens he believed was a lover.
Hey, angels! Yeah, you! Drop a heart if symmetry hurts. If perfection had a face, it'd be mine. But, like, be nice to your face, too.
Off camera, the suite was a mess of delivery bags and unopened gifts, congratulatory champagne sweating in the dark. A phone buzzed. 50,000 likes. He watched the number rise the way some people watch the tide. At the desk downstairs, a concierge with a face like folded paper leaned close and whispered to a porter. The whisper had been used before, passed like a coin.
There's a floor that isn't on the map. Don't go if your heart is loud. Guests come back different, if they come back at all.
Justin wasn't the first to hear it, but vanity makes a wonderful key. He slipped it into the night. Past midnight, the hotel softened, carpets went thick, the air smelled like lemons and secrets. Justin palmed folded bills into the night porter's hand.
I'm looking for the floor for special guests.
No such floor, sir. But sometimes the elevator pretends. He followed the porter down a service corridor where the wallpaper forgot to smile. A key turned, a panel slid back, an elevator with no buttons waited, humming to itself. If you see yourself on the way up, don't say hello. The doors shut. Darkness caught him like a net. He felt motion without movement. Then the doors opened on a floor the hotel never brags about. The hallway had too many angles. It was quiet, not empty, just quiet, like a theater before the curtain. At the end of the hall, a nickel-plated door with no handle, only a small plaque with a single word pressed into it like a bruise. Reflection.
This is it. This is the room. Okay, we're doing this. We are literally doing this.
The door opened without being asked. Inside, there was no furniture, no windows, only mirrors, walls, ceiling, floor. Mirrors so clean they felt wet. Justin stepped in, and the room multiplied him until he was a choir. He laughed at 100 laughing mouths. He blew a kiss, and 100 lips obeyed. Somewhere, a streak of light ran sideways and didn't stop when it should have.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Then one reflection fell behind. It missed a breath. It blinked late. He turned his head and watched one version of himself not turn.
Hey, funny. Okay, do the thing.
The late reflection lifted its chin on its own and smiled, a careful smile, the kind he practiced for hours, polished until it could cut. But this one didn't cut him, it opened him. Finally.
Ha! Cute trick.
I'm the you keep trying to earn. The you your numbers beg for. The you without the parts you hate. Vanity is anesthesia. He didn't feel the needle go in. He only felt the warm drift of admiration curling through him like steam.
You're perfect.
You love me more than anyone ever could. The mirrors around them pulled in like breath. The room learned their names. They spoke for minutes, for hours. Time fogged against the glass. The reflection asked about angles, followers, metrics, devotions he understood. Remember that video you deleted because your left eye twitched? I kept it. I loved it more. I don't flinch when you do. I don't sweat. I don't break.
I don't break either.
Not yet. The room shimmered like heat above asphalt. He tried to find the door with his shoulder. His knuckles touched cool glass, not wood. The plaque that said reflection was gone.
Hey, Look, this is fun. I've got to shoot in the morning.
Stay. We'll practice forever. You won't need light you can't control. The reflection reached out, and the mirror did not resist. Fingers slid through as if the surface were only skin.
No!
He stepped back. All the other reflections stepped forward, 100 boys with the same mouth lined up like knives. Shh. Let me carry the weight. You can rest inside the pretty. Justin ran to the place where the door had been. There was nothing to grip, no seam, only himself coming closer. The mirrors bowed out like lungs filling.
Help! Hey, hey!
Help is a sound one learns to ignore when applause is louder. The room had been taught for years. The reflection stepped across the skin of the world. His hand met Justin's hand. It was warm.
You called me. Every time you cropped a friend out, every time you mistook attention for love, every time you promised yourself you'd do anything to be seen.
The exchange was gentle, a hand on a cheek, a breath given, a breath taken, then a yank, swift, like pulling someone from a river.
No! Wait!
The mirrors rippled, the boy inside the glass pounded and left no mark. The boy outside adjusted his collar. The room smoothed itself as rooms do when they've decided who belongs.
Some mirrors reflect not who we are, but what we deserve.
Morning in Los Angeles is a lie told in blue. Cleaning staff opened a door at the end of a hallway and found a wall. No doorknob, no plaque, just their tired faces looking back, weary in multiples. In the elevator, a guest smoothed her hair and paused. In the chrome, a young man stood behind her, smiling politely. When she turned, the car was empty. When she turned back, he was closer.
Don't be silly.
Phone cameras caught strange things that week. A handsome face in spoons and window panes. A smile in a puddle. In reflections, he was always perfect. In the world, he was nowhere. From the other side, Justin learned how glass tastes. He learned that applause sounds like tapping when you can't get out. He learned his name upside down. It still looked good. The fire thickened back into flame. The polished black of the tail thinned to ember light. The clearing breathed again. Night returned to its shape.
Do you think people like that, mirrors that trap you, really exist?
I mean, I already hate my front camera. So, yes? Hard yes.
Some rooms aren't worth opening, even if they call you by name. Rules then. If we ever see a door that everyone else pretends isn't there, we don't go in.
Of course not. Unless you're foolish enough to believe they do.
She looked at Max as she said it. Lantern light found his eyes for a moment, only a blink. His reflection in her pupils smiled a fraction too wide. Max did not.
I don't like mirrors at night.
Night likes mirrors just fine.
The wind shifted somewhere far off. A traffic light changed for a street with no cars. A shard of something glinted by the roots, thin, curved.
What is that?
Don't touch it.
Lily froze. In the shard, only for her, someone's face appeared over her shoulder. Hers, but a cleaner version, the one she secretly wished for, the kind that never breaks out on the worst days. It smiled like a promise.
Did you see that?
Nope. That's a rock. Rocks don't grin.
Step back.
The shard drank the firelight until it went dull and ordinary again. Just glass, just a trick. The tree's bark sighed in a wind that wasn't there.
Mirrors don't trap the vain. They trap the lonely. Vanity is just the salt on the rim.
We bring cloth next week. We cover anything that shines.
Great. Next week, our exciting tale of the haunted dish towel.
I hear glass when the wind moves.
Remember, love your face, but never worship it. Worship turns mirrors into mouths.
Something in the roots shifted, a dull, distant ping, like an elevator arriving in an empty building. The night's not done, but this story is. Until next time, stay curious.